Y'all, be delusional, please. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about being delusional. But before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell for me, please. So we're talking about being delusional today. Like, not delusional in a bad way, but delusional in a good way. And I don't know if that makes sense, but if you get it, you get it. If you know, you know. So, I'm very delusional. Very, very delusional. Like, really delusional. Like, to the point where I just started being this delusional, though. So, I feel like I've been delusional since I was a kid. I think all kids are delusional because imagination. There's delusion right there in our imagination. But I feel like some of my delusions as a child actually manifested since I've been an adult. Because I used to be so delusional over Bow Wow. Don't judge me. Please do not judge me. If I would have known he was going to be how he was now, probably wouldn't be delusional over him then. But I was like 11, 10, whatever. But I was so delusional over Bow Wow. Me and all my cousins was really delusional over Bow Wow. We all had like all they posters. I had B2K and stuff too, but Bow Wow was my man. It was going to be Bow Wow or Omarion. Omarion could still get it. And his brother too. Okay, anyway. For real though, they could get it. But Bow Wow, I was so delusional over Bow Wow, and my cousins was too. And like, we had notebooks with his pictures in it. Like, it was creepy now that I think about it. It was really creepy. But we was young. And I don't know if they thought they would ever be with Bow Wow for real. But in my head, I'm like, that's like, one day I'm going to meet him. And I also always used to think like, I want to move to Atlanta. Like, once I found out all the celebrities lived in Atlanta, I'm telling you, I was like 10. I had never been to Atlanta. Didn't know nobody in Atlanta. I forgot my cousins even moved to Atlanta. You know how your cousins move away, you don't never really talk to them again until you like get older. I didn't even realize they moved off to Atlanta. So I thought I didn't know nobody in Atlanta. I had never been to Atlanta. I didn't know nothing about Atlanta. But when I was younger, I used to say, I'm moving to Atlanta so I could be with all the celebrities, because I always wanted to be famous and always like wanted to be around celebrities and have celebrity friends. And like, even when I used to watch Sweet 16 and stuff, I used to be like, ooh, that's going to be me. Even though I didn't have a Sweet 16 because we were pretty poor. Yeah. So, but I used to say like, I'm going to live in Atlanta. I didn't realize until like maybe a year after I moved to Atlanta that I used to say that when I was a kid so much. Like, I want to live where all the celebrities live. And I thought all the black celebrities live in Atlanta, which they do. Most celebrities, a lot of celebrities live here. So that was delusion. My delusion started when I was a kid. So now, you know, as you get older, life makes you not so delusional. And once again, I mean delusional in a good way. I'm not talking about, well, I don't even know if you could be delusional. Well, yeah, you could be delusional in a bad way too. But I'm talking about, I can't even really say delusional, but we're using this word because everybody's, you know, TikTok, everything has been talking about being delusional. So you know how life goes on and life makes you not have an imagination no more. Like, makes you think that things can't happen anymore because so many bad things might happen. Like, I won't say I lived the worst life, but I did have a hard life growing up. Like, not until I was probably like 11 or 12. And that's something that I might have my mom come on my channel and talk about, because my mom went to jail when I was like 11, or I was 12 going on 13. And then things like kind of turned for me when I was that age on up. So I'll probably bring, if y'all want my mama to come on and talk about that, if she's ready to, because I mean, I think she is ready to talk about it. But if y'all interested in that, let me know in the comments. So anyways, my mom went to jail when I was, and then my dad was never really around. So that wasn't, you know, that wasn't an option. So my mom went to jail, and life after that was like hard. Like, teenagers was hard. Like, not having money to get like new shoes for school and stuff. I mean, I had an aunt that would help us greatly. She did as much as she could, but it's like only so much she could do. And I had other like my uncles used to help us and stuff too. So it wasn't like we didn't have anybody, but at some points, I think it felt like nobody was helping because I think my mom didn't want to ask for help, So it was a time in like high school, I was like literally like trying to take a tissue from school and stuff because I knew like we needed toilet tissue, and like we was like basically scraping up change and stuff to get toilet tissue, or like things of that nature. Because I really think, now that I think about it, I was wondering like, why was we doing that? And we have family. But then I was thinking like, I know how I am when I go through things and I don't tell people. So I'm pretty sure my mom was probably not trying to ask people, constantly ask people for money. So when I was 16, I decided to go ahead and get a job. And because I wanted a phone, I wanted new shoes, and I just told my mom, just focus on helping my younger brother as much as she could, and whatever she needs, and then I'll get my own phone bill. I'll do what I gotta do for myself. And so I started working at a boutique when I was 16. Now this is how another way I was delusional, I think. They put me over their social media. Well, I won't even say I was delusional then because life was hitting me hard. But I think I was low-key, because we're always manifesting things. Like, no matter what you're thinking, you're manifesting it. So if you think bad all day, that's what you're going to keep doing. Like, keep getting, You're going to keep getting bad things. Like, if you're so stuck on the bad, it's going to keep happening. That's why some people, you'd be like, it's always something going on with them. It's because we create our life. So you're always thinking negative. And I know it sounds crazy because it's like, well, I can't help but to think negative when negative things are happening to me. But you have to like literally, like I said, be delusional to the point that you override your freaking brain. You have to be so delusional that you have to override your brain so you could get out of that depression, so you could get out of all those negative things, so you could produce more positive things. That's why it's like, oh, how the rich keep getting richer, or like the poor keep this. All that stuff is connected. I really feel like my glasses are like dirty as heck, and I hope y'all can't see it. But whatever. So, yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all getting my gist of being delusional? Like, delusion is a good thing. It could be a very good thing, but back to like the social media stuff. They put me over to social media when I was 16, over the boutique social media. And I used to be like, oh, that's easy. I could get followers for this page. I was inboxing all my friends like, follow this page for me, my family members, all that. And I was just like, oh, that's easy. I could get followers. And now I have all these followers on Facebook and on my own page. Like, who would have thought years later I would use that same thing that I was using in a different way to grow my social media? Marketing came to me at a young age. And it's like, low-key, I was probably manifesting that for myself. Even though back to me saying I wanted to be famous and stuff. When I was 10 and 9 years old and stuff, I've been wanting to be famous since for as long as I could remember. I remember when I was 5, I used to model around the house. I stopped trying to be a model because I'm so daggone short. I'm literally only 5 feet. I mean, I probably could be a model now because beauty standards are like, so different now. But yeah, I used to model and everything since I was like 5. And everybody always would tell my mom to put me on commercials and stuff because I had such long, beautiful hair and pretty skin and all that type of stuff. I felt like I manifested that since I was younger. Like, I've been wanting that. Now, the desire, I feel like the desire is because people will be like, well, you probably have a calling on your life from God. So here's the thing about that, because people get mixed up when they be like, oh, manifesting is evil and the devil and Christians not supposed to manifest. So in my head, I think the desire was put on me. The desire was put into my heart for a reason, because it was meant for me to do that. But I could have easily been doing something else, or I could have let life steer me. And life did steer me away from what I was supposed to, because I could have probably been famous or whatever the case may be a long time ago, but life did steer me because things happen. Like I said, things happen in your life, and we forget who we are, or we forget, you know, whose we are. Not me finna preach, but we forget those things. And like I said, that's why it's so important to be like, when you decide to be a parent and stuff too, you also have to like be careful what you do as a parent, because it does affect the children that you have. So I'm not blaming my mom. Like, of course she had to go through what she had to go through, but I had to go through it too for whatever reason. And so those things made me, kind of get off track a little bit, or like, those type of things. And even as an adult, certain decisions I made thinking that I couldn't be better, or, coming from the environment I was in, I let my environment, control me, when we're supposed to be controlling our environment. So that still goes back to us creating our life. So once you come to being woke, I guess you could say, or delusional, you start being delusional, then you're able to really create your life. So I know this probably kind of all over the place, but do y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all feel me? And I'll do more videos on this, because it's like, it's so much I could say about this. And now that I be so delusional, like, I promise the times that I'm down, like when I was just down so bad like 2 years ago, I fought to get out of depression. I fought to get out of like the mindset I was in. Like, I just envision myself being this person over and over. And now, even now, I still envision. I'm way further. You know how they say you pray for, you're somewhere that you pray for? Like, now I'm somewhere that I prayed for. Like, me 2 years ago was praying for this person. And now I'm this person. I'm praying to be her, the other girl. And so, and every day I wake up thinking about, what would that person be doing? What would my future self, technically it's not future, because there's technically no future, because it's always present. But what would she be doing? What time would she be waking up? What type of food do she eat? Is she working out? What type of people do she hang out with? What type of men do she date? What type of clothes do she wear? And so that's why we're constantly evolving, and that's why people become rich, and that's why people become like just these people. I know people look at me and just think like, oh, she get it all together. Like, it's people wishing that they were like me. And it's people I look at like, dang, I can't wait till I get there. And so, but every day I wake up and I'm like, what would that person that I want to be doing? And that's how you create your life and change your thinking. So that's where the delusion comes in at. It don't matter how broke I am. Oh, I'm going to keep, in my head, I'm rich. I'm a rich. You hear me? I don't care. Like, it does not matter. And I'm not saying do like delusional, stupid stuff like go into the grocery. I mean, hey, you can be that I ain't gonna lie. You could be that delusional and go shop in a store and don't have no money. I'm not saying enough. Like, say you need groceries. It's possible to be that delusional. If you believe it, I feel like it can happen. You go in a store and be like, somebody's gonna pay for my stuff. But I feel like it has to be like a pull for you to do that. Like, something is telling me to go. And that's another thing with being clear-minded and aligned with just being aligned, because that can't happen. Something tell me, go to the grocery store right now and shop. Even though I know I don't have no money to get these groceries, something to tell me, go. And I think it's your higher self and God, of course. But I feel like we're all, y'all, I'm going to have to do another video, because if I'm going into a rabbit hole now. Y'all, be delusional, please. And I'm going to make another video, a part 2, whatever, because it's so deep. I promise y'all could change y'all life. And when I say my life is literally changing, like, I've been into like manifesting and learning the law of attraction, law of assumption. Like, I learned all that stuff, and I've been doing that stuff, and I believe in God. Let's not get that twisted, y'all. I believe in God wholeheartedly. And I know there's a higher power. Go ahead and just upload this, because first of all, I know it's all over the place, but whatever, at this point, I need to get this out there. And I know it's people that need me to talk about being delusional, and just need me to talk about how I got out of like my depression and like just out of this hole, So stay tuned. We're gonna do another video. Y'all know I like to do my stuff real raw, real. Not my light. Look at the devil. Now my light done died too. Okay, see? This video, I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm still gonna put this video out. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification bell. Ask any questions that y'all like in the comments. And like I said, I will be doing another video for sure. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.